speaking with, and where are you calling from?
This is Oscar Valdez, calling from Lake Elsinore, California.
Hey,
What's up,
Oscar, how are you?
I'm pretty good. Just warming up and about to get ready to head for a little run later on.
All right. I know last week
Awesome.
we interfered with your schedule a little bit, so we want to get you in and out because we know this is about the time that you're running. So let's jump right into it. You have this big fight coming up with Gradovich on April 9th on the Pacquiao-Bradley pay-per-view card. I want to know, who was the mastermind behind this matchup? Was it Frank Espinoza? Was it Top Rank? Who masterminded this matchup?
I think it was between both of them, Frank Espinosa and Top Rank. I think it was a perfect timing for this fight to happen. I feel I'm in great shape for this. I think I'm very prepared for this fight mentally and physically.
That's great. So what was your reaction when they came to the table and they said, Oscar, we have Gradovich April 9th. What was your reaction? Was it a no-brainer? Did you want other options? We just want your reaction.
Oh, no, I got very excited, very, very excited. The first thing that came in my mind was I wanted to hit the gym. I was back home in Hermosillo, and once I heard the big news, I wanted to come back to California and get ready for the training camp.
That's cool. So because this is such a big step up for you in a lot of people's eyes, I'm pretty sure you had to step your camp up. So did you bring in some, better sparring, or what have you done differently in this fight to better prepare you for April 9th?
Well, this fight for me is the same as all the other fights. I take all my fights very seriously. So, we've been just doing the same thing as we did since day one, working with my trainer, Manny Robles. We just, for each fighter, we got something different, just work on technique. That will be the only thing different. But we work hard for each and every fight. It's one thing my trainer says, every fight is more important than the last one. And, this fight is the most important fight of my life right now. If God wants and, I come victorious, the next fight will be even more important.
Right. So, I think that this is pretty much the biggest stage that you have fought on. I mean, this is a pay-per-view card. It's in Las Vegas. Are your nerves ready for this? I mean, do you understand how mega big this is?
Oh yeah, I've been waiting for this moment. I'm very, like I said, I'm very excited for this for a lot of reasons. Being in such a great card like Timothy Bradley and Pacquiao, it's just a great opportunity for me to show who Oscar Valdez is. I know a lot of crowds are going to be there, so that's very exciting for me. And second of all, I'm excited for this fight because I know Gradovich. I've seen him fight before. He's an exciting fighter. Likes to come in and throw a lot of punches and makes the fights interesting. And that's the styles that I like. So, I'm excited for those reasons, and I'm, like we said, we might even steal the show. I'm very excited for this, and I'm just excited and anxious to go in there.
Well, before I pass this over to Ryan, I'll tell you that when they first announced Pacquiao-Bradley, I thought, oh, okay, but I wasn't, booking my ticket to go to Vegas. I wasn't booking my hotel room. But when they announced the undercard, I'm like, yo, we got to go. So I think everyone is really looking forward to the undercard, looking forward to your fight. So I'm going to pass it over to Ryan Bivens. He has a couple questions for you next.
Okay,
go ahead,
perfect.
Ryan.
Hi, Oscar. Evgeny hasn't looked very good in the ring since about, I'd say, 2014. What version of Gradovich are you expecting? Because in his last two fights, he's fighting, 8-rounder and a 10-rounder against guys that are considered journeymen, and he's barely getting by. Do you expect him to, kick back up into his, former championship mode when he faces you, or is he just, over the hill?
Oh, I'm expecting the best Gradovich. I can't expect a weak Gradovich because, you never know what he's going to bring to the table. I'm expecting the best, and, you better be expecting the best Oscar Valdez because I'm training very hard for this. And, I never take no fight lightly. I'm expecting the best fighter is going to go in there and give it his best.
And just last year you had your biggest win against Chris Avalos. Are you expecting a harder fight than that, or about the same? It was impressive, by the way.
I'm just expecting a good fight. I'm gonna be prepared to go all 10 rounds and they say he's gonna throw 100 punches. I'm gonna throw 110 punches. I'm just gonna be very prepared for whatever. You know, I'm never gonna go in there expecting a knockout. You know, if I'm a knockout goes, it goes on his own. But you know, like I said, I'm just gonna be in there 100% in shape.
Okay, since this belt is for the NABO featherweight title, this will put you in line for a title shot against the WBO champion. How soon are you looking for that fight?
Well, not looking over this fight. You know, I'm not the type of fighter that overthinks over no fights. But you know, if everything goes well, you know, like we're expecting it was gonna go, I know if I win a clear fight and I prove to myself that I won a clear fight, it's gonna be a big step, and hopefully a world title will come very soon after this fight. But like I said, first things first, you know, I got Gradovich very, very in my mind, so I'm just gonna wait for this fight.
Okay. Do you know who the WBO champion is?
I think it's Vasily Lomachenko.
Right, and you know, considering that you know you're both top-ranked fighters, how likely is it that Bob Arum will make the fight?
Oh, I think it's likely. I think you know, more likely to happen. Last I heard, Lomachenko, I think, moved up weight to fight. He's gonna fight Nicholas Waltz, I think. I don't know if he's gonna then drop down to 126 again or stay in the 130. But like I said, right now I'm not thinking about Lomachenko, Walters, or no fighter but Gradovich. But you know, in the future, anything can happen. You know, if he's a top-ranked fighter and he's in my weight class, I don't see why not make the fight.
Okay, thank you. Jeandra?
Yeah, I have a quick question for you, Oscar. You're a proud Mexican fighter, long line of great Mexican fighters. You said you still train in Hermosillo. You're fighting against a guy that they call the Mexican Russian. We have other fighters who refer to their style as Mexican style. As a Mexican fighter, how do you feel about that?
Well, you know, I don't really think about it, to be honest. You know, it just proves that, you know, having a style, Mexican style, it means it's an exciting style. That's what people want to see. That's why they call themselves the Mexican Russian or the Mexican style, because that's what people want to see. Go in there and give great fights, wars, how we call it. But, you know, I'm pretty sure Gradovich is very proud to be a Russian, the same way I'm very proud to be a Mexican. And, you know, that day we're both going to bring the flags. It's going to be a war, pretty much a war.
I don't know, Oscar. I think I would feel some type of way. You know what I mean? If I'm Mexican and this Russian comes out with the big sombrero on and he's coming out with mariachis and all this, and it's like, hold up. Like, aren't you the Mexican star?
Exactly.
Like, you don't feel no type of way?
Oh, like I said, I didn't really think about it, but well, I'm going to say this. I'm the authentic Mexican. I'll say that. The authentic Mexican, you know. I'm not the Mexican Russian or Russian Mexican. I'm the Mexican Mexican.
You're the Mexican
right.
Mexican.
All right, do me a favor. Describe Gradovich in 3 words. If you could pick any 3 words that would best describe him, describe him for us.
A very aggressive fighter.
Okay, I could agree with that. So, listen, God willing, you get past Gradovich and you win, and you come out victorious. Are you going to be ready to call out the winner of Lomachenko versus Walters?
Well, if there were 126, I would do it. Like I said, I feel my weight class right now is 126, and I feel great in this weight class. But you know, if they were to come down to 126, or even in the future, if I can't make 126, then I'll have to go up to 130. Of course, I would like to fight either one. You know, I'm not afraid to fight no fighters out there, especially if it's a top-ranked fighter. You know, well, I don't see why not.
All right. What do you think your toughest fight to date is? Would you say it was Ruben Tamayo?
No, I would say my last fight. Just the fact that every fight is more important than the last one. My toughest fight wasn't Tamayo. You know, I had to say Chris Avalos. I would think. Just the fact that I went to distance with Tamayo. It was I felt good inside the ring. You know, just he was a little awkward fighter, but you know, I still think I won the fight very clear.
You know, you haven't fought that many southpaws that I can think of. Do you mind fighting southpaws? Would you rather avoid fighting southpaws?
Oh no, not at all. You know, as a professional, I probably fought 4 southpaws the most, but as an amateur, probably fought 100 southpaws. So it's not really a difference. You know, there's ways to fight southpaws. There's different types of southpaws. So, you know, when we got very good sparring, we had to fight southpaw. So that wouldn't be a problem for me. I wouldn't really mind.
Oscar,
right,
are you ready to make a prediction for the fight?
Oh yeah, I'm ready. Well, for my fight or for whose fight?
for your fight. How do you see this fight ending?
I just see myself with my hands up, winning the fight.
By knockout? Is it going to go the distance?
I would think distance. I'm gonna go with distance. Winning all the rounds by clear decision.
All right. So, listen, we know that you're really good friends with Felix Verdejo, and you probably get this question a lot. But will your friendship with him prevent a fight in the future? I mean, you see that happen a lot in boxing today. Like, oh, that's my boy, that's my brother, he's my friend, I can't fight him. Will your friendship with Verdejo prevent a big fight from happening one day?
Well, if we were the same weight class, like I said, if I were to go up 2 weight classes, I wouldn't mind fighting him, and I don't think he will mind fighting me either. You know, like I said, we're good friends, but pretty sure once we're going to be in the ring, we're going to try to kill each other. He's a very good fighter, but you know, anything can happen in the future. You know, hopefully he I don't know if he's going to stay in that weight class, 135, or he's going to move up or go down. Right now I'm very good at 126. And, you know, anything can happen. You know, if we're in the same weight class in the future, I don't see why not making a fight. I think it will be a very interesting fight. You know, a rivalry with Mexico and Puerto Rico, they're always showing very good fights, and, you know, that's what the crowd wants. So that would be a very interesting fight. But if it were to happen, you know, if we were to be in the same weight class in the near future.
All right. So one more before we have a little fun with you. Last time I saw you in Tucson, I asked you about Leo Santa Cruz, and you kind of laughed, and you're like, man, I would love to fight him. So I have to ask you, do you feel that you've had a harder road compared to Leo Santa Cruz?
I don't think I had a harder road. To be honest, I would think he had it a little bit harder. It's the fact that I'm an Olympian, you know, and being an Olympian, I think that opened the doors for me, turning in professional. I don't know, to be honest, I don't really know how Leo Santa Cruz had it going into professionals, but, you know, I don't know who had it rougher, but, you know, what I do know is it'll be a very good fight, a very interesting fight, me and Santa Cruz. Like I've always said, I don't got nothing personal with none of these fighters. They just got a belt, and that's my dream to have a belt. So I'm just going to keep on working hard till that day happens.
All right, cool. So I think we're going to have a little fun with you now. Jay, if you want to introduce, we made up this little game for you, Oscar, because we know that you love animals and you have, like, this pet crocodile. So we have a game for you. I'm going to let Jay introduce the game.
Okay.
All right.
For those of you who follow Oscar in social media, like RB said, he loves animals, specifically reptiles. No fuzzy dog for him. He's got an alligator. Keep it away from me. It might turn into some shoes and a belt. But we call this game Oscar the Reptile Hunter, kind of a play on, you know, the Animal Hunter type TV shows. So we're going to ask you a few questions, and we hope that you have the correct answer on these animal-related questions. So, RB, take it away.
All right. Here we go. Let's see. Which of these animals is a reptile? A cat, a lizard, or Adrian Broner?
A lizard.
He got that one, Jay. That's one. Let's see. Which of these animals are cold-blooded? A snake, a rabbit, or Richard Schaefer?
Richard Schaefer, no doubt. Without a doubt.
All right, here we go. Next one. Which animal is the oldest living animal on Earth? Is it a turtle, a horse, or Bob Arum?
I think a turtle. Man.
Yep, you're right. It is a turtle. Couple more. Which animal is the king of the jungle? Is it a lion, a giraffe, or Muhammad Ali?
Muhammad Ali.
All right. Which animal is the most deadly? A shark, a kangaroo, or Don King?
Don King.
We were hoping you would say that. All right.
I'm not lying.
No, you're not. He is definitely a killer. Next one. Which duck is part of the waterfowl duck family? Is it a goose, pigeon, or Adonis Stevenson?
Oh, well, I'll go Adonis Stevenson.
Hey, you know what? Do you know, do ducks have teeth?
Excuse me?
Do ducks have teeth?
Yes.
They do?
They
I
have
didn't think
belts,
ducks
too.
had teeth.
Well, not ducks, goose do.
Oh, okay. All right, so next one. Two more, for real. Which animal has the sharpest eye vision? Is it a hawk, a bat, or Antonio Margarito?
Well, I can't go with Margarito on that one. I'll go hawk.
Okay, that's right. It is a hawk. Has the sharpest eye vision. And the very last one here. Actually, you know what? Where'd it go? Okay, which of these animals hides from predators when they're confronted? Is it a cat, a sloth, Leo Santa Cruz, or all of the above?
I can't. I'm not gonna.
All right, Oscar, thank you so much for being a good sport. We're going to wrap you up here tonight, unless Brian or Jay, unless anybody has anything.
No, Oscar, you're such a great sport. I love you that you have a sense of humor. We wish you the best of luck in your fight, and hopefully we can have you on after you are victorious, and we look forward to seeing you.
Well, thank you for having me, and of course, whenever you guys want, I'll be right here.
Thank you so much.
Oh,
Good luck.
and
We'll see you out in Vegas.